everyone, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Craft Workshop podcast. If you are new, I'll give you a little introduction to myself and the channel. So my name is Dawn. I'm a British expat, originally from Manchester, which is the northwest of the UK, and for the last 19 years or so I've been living in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam, with my partner Lawrence, who's South African, our two boys Josh and Will, and our fur babies Jack and Daxter. And I have been vlogging for it must be getting on for almost 2 years now, and I also love to craft. So the podcast started up a couple of months ago as a way for me to just cram in all the crafty stuff that finished objects, or I'm working on, or I plan to, and shopping, and just all the crafty stuff condensed into one, because I realise not everybody who watches the vlogs wants to see the crafting and vice versa. So I'm also not in my house. If you are new, this is my workshop. I'm very, very fortunate to have my workshop in my local art centre that I get to share with all kinds of artists of every genre you can think of. We had an open house last weekend, so I'll insert a video somewhere on the screen of that if you want to have a little look around and see what these lovely talented artists are up to. Yeah, it's really good. Get a lot of inspiration, motivation, and being in a place with just like-minded creative people. It's really, really good. Okay, so because I was so busy with the open house, I haven't really got so much done in terms of crafting. I did, however, make a ton of stuff for the open house, which I will be listing in my Etsy shop very soon. I need to pull my finger out with that. I'm terrible. Feeling a little bit hoarse today. Haven't got a cold or anything, but I just interject the craftiness to say last night Lawrence and I went to a South African curry workshop. It was all socially distanced and done very well. It was in the home of the lady who teaches the cookery classes, and it was with some other couples who we didn't know, but all of them were South African except for me and a Dutch man, and we all sort of joined in and did everything, and then we sat down at this really, really long table, like huge table, and we ate the food, and she made starters for us. We ate the curries, and then she'd made a dessert for us, so really good. But as you might hear, I had a little bit too much of a good time last night. So that's all we'll say on the matter. I do have a coffee prepared. It's a boring Insta coffee today, but it's in my Dawn's Days mug. I don't sell these, I don't stock them, but I just wanted to treat myself to my own personal mug. So anyway, that being said, what I can do, sorry I have a hair on my face, what I can do is I'll insert some footage, like a close-up of all the earrings I made, because I'm quite proud of them, and I love them. I struggle to part with anything I make, but I will be listing some of them in the Etsy shop, and there's 1 or 2 pairs that I can't part with. I have to keep for myself. But anyway, I'm going to share that with you, so I'll insert that now. So in terms of finished objects, it was the earrings, and I made quite a lot of zipper pouches as well. So I won't show you all them. I think I did share with you when they were partially made in the last podcast, if you want to take a look. But what I have been doing is a tiny bit of crochet. So this was one of these really, really quick things that I just whipped up. I did this nice pumpkin. No idea where I bought this orange. It's all acrylic, the orange, from it's I don't know if you've seen on camera, it's like this nice burnt orange. I absolutely love the colour. I wish I had more of it. I haven't got the ball band anymore, which is, I always lose ball bands, but I've had this green, I don't know if you can see it, it's like this variegated green. I think I bought this from Penelope and Stevens, or Stephen and Penelope's. I always get them mixed up. It's quite a famous yarn shop in Amsterdam, but I can show you because it's lovely, and it's been sat in my stash for ages, and I just didn't know what to do with it. So it's from the Shetland Isles, and it's by Jameson and Smith, and it's a 2-ply jumper weight, and it's in shade 29 mix. So I'll show you. Sorry, it's a few little hairs on there so you can see if you're interested. It's gorgeous. It's quite scratchy though, I must say. Yeah, because it's wool. And then there's the, if you're interested, there's the shade number. So that's what I used for the pumpkin and the little leaf, I should say. It's held its shape lovely. So there's no pattern for this, I'm afraid. I just whipped it up. I have made a lot of pumpkins in my time. If I remember rightly, I chained, I think it was 20, and then I used a 4.5mm hook, and then I just did a rib stitch. So I single crocheted US turns in the back loop of every stitch. And then when I got to, I think it must have been about 20 centimeters or so, I stitched the ends up together and then gathered them in, and then I just pulled some yarn over to make the little segments. And then this is I don't even know what you call this. I chained 20 for this, single crocheted 3 in each stitch, and then it has that natural, it just curls on its own, makes this little tendril. And I don't remember how I did this actually. I'm really gonna struggle to remember that one. But I mean, if you Google crochet leaves on YouTube, you'll find loads and loads of stuff. So anyway, it's something really tiny, but it was fun to make. I am going to make a few more of them. The other thing I've been doing is, if you recall, I don't know if I have it with me. Did I bring it? Yes, I do have it. If you recall in the last podcast, I bought this. I was confused about what was in the pattern, and I thought I'd ordered the car, the tree, the mountain and a trailer, and I went back and checked, and actually this pattern that I bought is only the car and the tree, not the mountain. So I don't know why that's included in the photo. That's what caused the confusion. But I'll put a link below as to where I got it from. So I started making the Christmas tree. That's as far as I've got with that. I'm trying to I'm spreading myself thin at the moment, trying to sort of get things, you know, on the go, get me moving. The other thing which I did say I was going to start, and I did make a little start on it, is from the Animal Friends of Teacup. I made a start on, here we go, how do I cover that up? This will do. Made a start on Lola Panda. So this is how far I've got with good old Lola. So I've got her eyes, and now I'm doing her little body. I'm actually using a 3.5mm hook. So my Teacup animals turn out a bit bigger than some that I've seen. Okay, what I'm going to say something about this. I really struggled with the eye patches. It's a little bit taut because I need to snip some of, I didn't carry the ends through, only because what I have found is you see the if you're doing dark and light, you do see the dark coming through, and so I don't carry it through, and then at the end I can show you, I just snip them off and tie them to the ends together. They're only for my personal use. They're not going to be given or sold to anybody. But anyway, I really struggled. I think it was on like round 3 here of the head, and the stitch count wasn't right, and I frogged it, and I was really like, you know, am I just completely stupid? And you know, I mean, I'm quite sort of new to amigurumi. I've always been able to do it, but I just did not enjoy it. So I'm quite new to amigurumi. However, I have crocheted for many years, And anyway, I reached out to Elise at Les Petits Saint Crochet, and one of my Instagram friends Matty, who lives in Australia, and I knew both of them had made a lot of the Teacup animals, and both of them said they couldn't recall specifically with the panda, but they do recall that there were a few mistakes throughout the book. So because I have recommended this to people several times in the podcast, I am going to mention that, because clearly that stitch count in between the eyes on the middle rounds of the head, they're not right. But with crochet, we all know we can do that technical term called fudging. So I just did it by eye. Excuse another pun. So I figured out, you know, there's a decent patch, and then I just need to insert her little safety eyes there. So, and when she has a little snout and muzzle, I'll show you again on the picture so you can see that you won't even see it. I mean, I would know. Sorry, there is a hair sort of poking me somewhere. You might notice, since the last podcast I went to the hairdresser. First time I've had a haircut since February. Oh my gosh. I thought, let me get in quick before we have another lockdown. So anyway, that's where I'm up to with Lola Panda. So yeah, I said no, not much done on the crochet front. What else have oh yeah, Sockgate. I can update you on Sockgate. So if you recall, I was struggling with the needles I'd bought. They were drops something needles. I haven't got them with me, unfortunately. So I went to the market and I bought I love Knit Pro, so I bought these Knit Pros. And again, do you know, I'm so disorganized. I left the packaging at home. I can't remember what size needle I'm doing them on. Anyway, but I can show you how far I've got with socks. So, ta-da! I have a cuff and I have a bit of an ankle. And I'm not going to lie, I did frog the ankle several times before I felt happy enough with it. And this is also Drops Fable long print, I thought it was called, this colourway. Okay, so the story behind that, I haven't tackled heels yet because I was debating whether to do afterthought heel. I've never done it. I've never actually knitted a sock, so I don't know why I'm talking like I'm an expert on knitted socks. But anyway, so my lovely Instagram friend Sandra, who does not watch any YouTube at all, but she was one of the winners of the make along that Jeanette and I hosted over the summer months, and she is a fabulous knitter. If you're on Instagram and you're not familiar with Sandra, I'll put a link to her account below. Go and check her out. So anyway, because she'd won, she was one of the make along winners, and I posted the prize to her since I'm already in Holland, and you know, I jokingly said, oh, you know, if you're pity you're not nearer to me because you could have gone and helped me knit socks, because she does knit beautifully. And then she messaged me and said, oh yeah, I'm going to come over, I'm going to help you. So anyway, Sandra actually came yesterday to visit me, and yeah, we didn't really do much knitting. We did a lot of talking. We drank a lot of coffee. We went out for a lovely lunch, and Sandra even came and had a look around the workshop. So the mission to do sock heels never quite happened. So we had an absolutely lovely day, but we didn't do the socks. So, but now I'm starting to feel a bit more confident with knitting in the round, and I might be tempted to have a go at knitting in the heels, so not doing the afterthought. By the way, I'm not following any pattern. I used Ellie from Craft House Magic as my inspiration for the cuff, so she helped me with the cast on. I didn't do the same stitch count as Ellie. I did 32 on each side, so the entire row is 64, and I just carried on with the ribbing until I felt it was a respectable cuff for a sock, and then I've just carried on until Sandra came to visit, and then I'm now ready for the heel. So yeah, I'll have to have a think about that one, what I want to do, but so far so good. We'll see. If you don't know, my New Year's resolution was to learn how to knit socks, so that's why I'm we're in September now, almost October, and I'm really pushing myself to do that. So that's as far as I've got with making yarny things. One of the things I'm going to mention Ellie again, Ellie from Craft House Magic. So I follow Ellie on YouTube. I also follow Ellie on Instagram, and she has been doing like a daily video or update on her stories of how her progress with her cross stitch. And I thought it's so good that she's sort of forcing herself. I think she's doing like 10 or 20 minutes a day. She's forcing herself. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that because I'm going to show you this. If you've watched a few of the podcasts, you'll be familiar with it. It's this gorgeous vintage teacup stack. And it's by Joy Sunday. It's still available. I bought this 2 years ago, but it's still available readily worldwide. It's very, very nice to work with. It's a printed, I can show you a little bit, it's a printed pattern. So it's, you know, if your eyesight's not the best, I need reading glasses, it's actually quite nice to work on. The reason that I stopped working on it is because it was over the summer months. It was so hot and I just couldn't bear, you know, like the sort of sewing, and I had hot, sweaty, sticky hands. So I've decided I'm following Ellie's inspiration and I'm going to start on this again. So I haven't got very far on it at all, as you can see. In fact, I think it's the third teacup from the top that I'm doing. Yes, it is. So I've decided I'm going to follow Ellie's lead and I'm going to set myself aside. Sorry, I've just found the panda muzzle. I mustn't lose that. I'm going to set aside 20 minutes every day just to work on my cross stitch. That's the plan, because it's getting colder here in the Netherlands, and in fact the central heating came on for the first time yesterday. So thought I can do 20 minutes sat on the sofa every night. So that's the mission. Can't say when I'll finish it though. That remains to be seen. Oh, one more thing. I'm actually quite pleased with this. I still need to, I've got to neaten it up a bit. So there's a few sort of loose ends and straggly bits. So I've brought it to the workshop because I think I'm going to hang it there. But I hope you can see it on camera. I made myself an autumn wreath. I absolutely love it. I bought 2 of these. They were from like our local bargain store in Holland. It's called The Action. And they weren't expensive. I think they were like €5 each. And I bought all this sort of autumn or fall foliage. So I basically just glued everything on, and then you can see I also made some felt oak leaves, you can see, and some of them I stitched badly, but it's okay. And yeah, I just glue gunned them all on. So I think I'm finished with it now. I was going to crochet some mini pumpkins and glue them on, but I think it's enough. So I'm going to hang a piece of nice twine, and I'm thinking I might hang it from my front door of my workshop. And the other one, I might do a Christmas one or a spring one, we'll see. But I really, really enjoyed that. If I decide to add pumpkins on, I'll update you another time. But yeah, it's quite heavy. But I absolutely love that. I really, really enjoyed making that. So that's been keeping me busy. And yeah, I think that's it. So I have, as all good crafters do, I did buy a few things. So I'll share them with you now. I need a glug of my coffee. What shall I show you? Okay, from the same bargain store, The Action. Oh my gosh, I've tangled these all over now. Sorry, they're coming undone. I've treated myself to, they just caught my eye because the label says they are sparkle, and they were twinkling at me. And I've no idea what I'm going to do with them yet, but I just couldn't resist buying them. So if you've got any suggestions below of like nice little Christmassy makes, I'm thinking it's going to be horrendous to crochet or knit with. In fact, I would probably stick with crochet. It is like tinsel. But I think some of it I can use on the dollhouse because I've got a little Christmas tree for the dollhouse. But yeah, if you've got any ideas, comment below, let me know what you think. It looks quite sort of blue. It is a very tealy, it's not like that nice rich sort of dark Christmas tree colour. So, But anyway, so I did treat myself to these. They were very inexpensive. They were a couple of euro each. So even if you only use a little tiny amount, this is the kind of stuff you have in your craft stash for years. So that's what I treated myself to. I had a couple of incomings, and one of them I'm quite cross because I've misplaced it and I've looked everywhere this morning. But I bought this gorgeous bag from Jeanette at Crafty Creations. She featured it in her podcast, and I literally stopped the podcast, went onto Etsy, and was like, I'm buying that bag, Jeanette. Whether you post to Holland or not, it's mine. And you can see it's got this beautiful bright pink, and she's got her own stamp on it. So this is actually my knitted socks for living in my Jeanette bag. This has got to be one of my favourite bags. Jeanette also gifted me a beautiful set of progress keepers and stitch marker in. If you know my jewellery, I love turquoise, and they were the gold and turquoise set. And I thought I'm not opening them, and they were on a lovely card, beautifully presented. And I put them somewhere because I thought I'm going to keep them on the card. I'll show everybody in the podcast. And I've put them somewhere so safe, I can't find them. So I will dig them out wherever they are. I've been racking my brains what the hell I've done with these. I'm so annoyed because I thought, I'm going to show everybody in the podcast what I got from Jeanette. So take my word for it, they were stunning, beautiful. But seems to be the time for receiving stitch markers, because when Sandra came to visit me yesterday, I was so touched. She brought me some beautiful flowers, but she'd also made some stitch markers for me. Isn't that so sweet? So nice. So yeah, I've scored some really nice stitch markers and progress keepers in the last week or so. So I'm quite pleased with that. Shopping. So I have been quite good, really, I think. But however, I was watching Elise from Les Petits Saint Crochet, and her very, very last, her most recent upload, and she's shown us a pattern that she's bought, and yeah, I just couldn't help but buy it too. Now there is a crochet along with this. I'm not sure of the details. I probably won't do that, but I am going to attempt to do the crochet pattern. So I bought this. It's called Nativity Crochet Pattern by Jennifer Percival. How gorgeous is that? Oh yeah, I couldn't resist. I actually messaged Elise. I said I bought it. I couldn't help. I couldn't stop myself. It's really, really cute. I think if I try and get Mary Joseph and Baby Jesus done, that would already be a start. But yeah, I haven't actually looked at the pattern, so I don't know how difficult it would be. But just adorable, so cute. And then the other thing that I did treat myself to, that I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but I really couldn't resist. And I had a chat with her about this to say, you know, is it at my level? So Lindsay from Stitch Create Love, she released her first knitting pattern last week, it was, yeah. And I've seen some sort of sneaky peeks of it. Some of her testers had posted on Instagram, and Jeanette also tested the pattern for Lindsay. They're also really good friends, and I thought I have to support Lindsay, and so I went and bought Lindsay's pattern. It's a cowl, and it's called Dance Like No One's Watching, and isn't that beautiful? And the lace work is like little ballet dancers. So it's absolutely beautiful. And Lindsay did say that my knitting level, I would be able to do that. So yeah, it's definitely on my very, very, very long list of projects to do. But yeah, go and check that out and support Lindsay. She's working on a sock pattern at the moment as well. So if only I could make one sock, that would be nice. I'm going to show you, only because I was debating whether this would be nice for Lindsay's cowl. This was, I don't know if this was last year or early this year that I bought this. I'm going to put my glasses on for this. These will do. These are, yeah, it's 70% cotton and 30% merino. And I can't remember where it's from, what country it comes from. But it's called the brand is called Lana Grossa, and it's a Tropico. I'll show you. I thought they're just beautiful, like stone mushroom, and I tell you what, it is so soft, and I couldn't resist. I bought 4 of these, and you can see they're all slightly different. This one's got like reddish terracotta tones running through it, and so actually I bought 4, but I bought 2. I bought 2 with the reddy speckles and 2 with which were more the greyish brown tones. But they go beautifully together. They're so soft, and I thought that might be nice for to make the cowl with. I don't know. I just bought them because I fell in love with them, and then I didn't really have an idea of what to do with them. And it said it's on Knitting Needles 5. I don't know if I've got a 5. See, anyway, I'm gonna have a think about that. I thought I'll just share it with you because it's absolutely beautiful. If you're interested, I can show you with the red speckle. That's the number, the colour, if you can see. And then if you like the more yellowy brown speckles, then you can see that's the colour. So yeah, I don't know if it's like Spanish or, I don't know, it's beautiful. We have got it's a really nice wool store in the it's in the middle of me and Amsterdam. It's in a really big shopping mall, and it's been there for ages, and I'd actually never been there before. I'd never been in. I knew about it for many years, so I went in, and yeah, it's one of these like an old-fashioned, not in the look, it's very modern furnished because it's in a very modern shopping mall, but it's like, it reminds me of like the type of place I would have gone with my nana, you know. It's just packed to the rafters with wool, and you name it, she's got it. So I must pop back and see her again at some point. So yeah, I thought that I'd share that with you. Yeah, and that's it really. So it's not a long one. I'm going to finish the panda, hopefully. If you do watch the vlogs, you'll know we're just about to do this big renovation at the house. So that's going to interfere with my crafting time, I imagine. And the reason that I've not done any work on the dollhouse is because all the flooring is coming up in the lounge and was the dining area. I'm going to have to pack up the dollhouse, so I haven't done any work in that at the moment. We'll just have to declutter, pack up and move all the furniture out because the old flooring has to come up. There's going to be a bit of construction work, but anyway, if you watch the vlogs, watch out for that in the coming weeks. I'll update you guys on that. So anyway, I think that's it. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget you can find all my information below, my email, my Instagram and everything, and I host a really nice Facebook group called Crafty World 1. You're welcome to join that. You can post all your crafty stuff that you've been working on or follow other people for inspiration. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you in the next podcast. Bye.